Okay, so it's been a minute since I've done one of these, but feeling the call today. So we're going to look into how you can align with your dream career. I have 4 piles for you to choose from. I'll put them up on the screen now. Take as much time as you need. You may wish to choose using the crystals / rocks. These are things that I've collected during my travels for the last few months, or using the crystals. You may even want to close your eyes and move your finger across the screen and see which one you're more drawn to that way. It's all just energy. Trust in your intuition. This is a really cool way for you to develop your intuition. As always, if it resonates, let it flow. If it doesn't, let it go. Take what you need and leave the rest, my loves. My social media, how to work with me through the soul coaching will all be linked in description, along with timestamps and the decks that we're using today. So let's hop right in. Pause it here if you need more time. I'll see you at your pile. Alrighty, pile 1. Let's get into it. So this is what you chose. We have a Goddess of the Unknown. Such a beautiful card. A new chapter of your life is around the corner. Remove fear and embrace the unknown. There's a fear of letting go of control. It feels like resistance to almost a hypervigilance, needing to know what's next, what's coming, what's around the corner, so that you can prepare for it, so you know how to handle it. You're being asked to let go of control and be more spontaneous. Let go of your need to know how, let go of your need to know why, and maybe that's why you're here today, and I'm sorry that this is perhaps not the message you wanted, but trust that it is what you need. Spirit has got you. You've been given this longing for this career for a reason. When you let go of control and how you think things should happen, the universe works in amazing, magical ways. It's how we get out of the way. The color blue may be significant for you somehow, but it's okay. You're not behind. It's not too late. You're right where you're meant to be, my love. Embrace the unknown. Let it be scary. Let it be uncomfortable. It will be worth it. So then, this is why I prefer to shuffle on camera. Surrender. Surrender your need to control the outcome. Just be with life in this present moment. Pile 1. This message is clear. Yeah. We have strength. You are being guided by the cosmos. Stay strong. A positive outcome is assured, I think it says. Yeah. You're going to be okay. You're going to be just fine. Okay. So if you follow me on social media, or if you see the YouTube shorts, you may have heard me talk about why you need to breathe out through your mouth when you're trying to shift energy. It's really important when meditating, doing yoga. And, there is differences of opinions on this, and that's all good. But I never truly understood why this is good to do, because people would just tell me that I should do it. But I'm someone who needs to understand the why. So if you haven't seen that, firstly, make sure you're following me. But let's just break it down real quick. When you breathe out through your mouth, so in through your nose, out through your mouth, you shift 3 times more energy. So emotions are energy in motion. They're not supposed to be stagnant. They're not supposed to stay stuck. They're not supposed to be suppressed. Sometimes we do it out of survival. Sometimes we do it because it's all we know. So breathing out through your nose is really good for calming and focus. Breathing out through your mouth is good for shifting energy, clearing emotions, kind of an emotional purge. And you can go really intense with breath work, but let's just take a few deep breaths right now. So breathe in with me. Like you should be able to hear the air coming out of your mouth. Really push it out, because that will help clear things. Let it go. Let it go. What do you need to release in this moment? What can you give to the universe for transmutation? Sorry. That could also be a note to do some breath work. And that can be as simple as those 3 deep breaths that we just did, or you can do box breathing, or there is certain types of breath work that you need to do while being guided by someone. Maybe that's something to look into. What is the resistance to the unknown? We have guide. I'm not sure if that was meant to come out, but we'll see if it comes back out. We do have intention. What you aim to achieve, what you seek to manifest in life, and what you commit to carrying out in the future. This is a seeker card. Okay. Let me pull a tarot card on this, which I should have got out earlier. My bad. Does letting go of control make you uncomfortable? Or the idea that if you can see the threat coming, you'll be able to handle it better, prevent it from happening perhaps? What is that belief? Okay. We have the 6 of Cups in reverse. So this is childhood wounding. Were you misunderstood a lot as a child? Made to conform? Felt like you had to be in control, perhaps manage other people's expectations or emotions? Walk on eggshells all the time, be hypervigilant? Could you tell who was walking down the hallway based on how their steps sounded? There's a part of you stuck in like a core memory in your childhood. Feel into that. What are you still trying to prove? Were you made to feel that you were unlovable or not good enough, or somehow you were too much and that led to feeling not enough at the same time? Also, like, look at what cycles keep repeating in your life, because that'll give you a clue as to what this thing is that you're holding on to, that you're reliving, recreating in a way. Let me pull. A new world is born. Heed wise counsel, listen. It is okay to ask for help. It is okay to receive wisdom. Just make sure that, still be discerning and take it with a grain of salt. Don't take advice from someone who hasn't been where you're trying to go. And that doesn't mean like super literal, as in like, oh, well, if I want to be a chef, I can only take advice from someone who is a chef. It's more their energy, how they handle their emotions, how they live, their energy, how they treat people. If it's someone who's constantly tearing people down and trying to make people feel less than, keep them stuck, keep them in a negative loop, unless that's what you want, don't listen to their advice, because they're projecting their limitations onto you. Remember that we all see through the filter of our past experiences, our unhealed trauma, and our beliefs, our limitations. 2 people can experience the exact same thing in the exact same moment and have 2 completely different experiences or perceptions of that occurrence. It's wild. You are not powerless anymore. When you're a child, you are dependent on other people. And maybe you were let down by some people in your childhood, which made it feel like you always needed to be in control and manage things so that your emotions weren't too much for people, so that you were allowed to be around, you were allowed to exist, you weren't punished for just being you. You are no longer in those situations, or at least you have more control over who you're around now. It is time for you to keep yourself safe, and you don't need to do that by staying in a state of hypervigilance. You can let that go. You are safe. It is okay. You can let that go. Thank your past self for getting you to this point, but let her rest now so that you can live in peace. Yeah? Okay, that is too many. What do they need to do? Just 1 or 2 cards, please. Or just all of them. Like, okay, we'll just go with it. We have sovereignty. Yeah, this is your life. It is time to get back in the driver's seat of your life. However, open up to someone kind of being your navigator, whether that is spirit or getting advice from a friend or seeing a counselor, an expert, a mentor. If it's personal development in shadow work and wanting to work on confidence, empowerment, I do soul coaching, so you can talk to me about that. Or perhaps you want a mentor that is doing the exact thing that you want to do. That can be really beneficial too. We have action. Yeah, so notice this, the bow and arrow. I know you've been getting frustrated because things haven't been happening in the way that you thought they would, or as fast as you thought they would, and that's okay. That's valid to feel that. However, the universe was pulling you back to give you the opportunity to experience some certain things and learn some certain things so that you had the time to heal, to clear way for what is coming. Now, what happens when you pull an arrow back? You know, bow and arrow, you pull it back and then you release it. It shoots forward with momentum. Again, you are not behind. You are right on schedule, my love. Everything is okay. You've not missed your opportunity to have your dream career. It just takes time, and some things, unfortunately for you, but it is for your highest good, are out of your control. Because the current version of you cannot comprehend where you're going because you haven't evolved into that person yet. You've got your current limitations. What's coming is better than you can imagine. Just sit with that. So maybe it's worth letting go or loosening your grip on control so that the universe can do what the universe does best and bring you what you really want, what you really need, which is better than what you think you want. It's not that your dream career isn't possible. You're just not thinking big enough yet. We have challenge. So think about strategy. Think about when you let go of control, like you're being asked to kind of go with flow. So remember we had intention. So this is about try a bunch of things and see what sticks. It's kind of like the spaghetti method. So if you threw a bunch of cooked spaghetti at a wall, some of it would stick, some of it wouldn't, right? Stick with me here. So the spaghetti is putting effort into social media, and you could break that down into the different platforms as well. Another bit of spaghetti might be getting some work experience. It might be getting a side hustle, a part-time job so that you can invest more in yourself. It might be working with a coach. It might be developing a new skill, doing a hobby, getting more balance in your life. Try a bunch of things and see what works, what flows, what feels good. And work with your human design on that in terms of knowing what's a fit for you, because it will either be your, I always forget what this is called. There is your not self theme, and then there is your signature, I think it's called. Signature theme, which tells you like if you're in alignment. So if you're a sacral generator, it will be satisfaction versus frustration. So then we have judgment. What's your resistance? What's the judgment you were given about this career that you want? For example, if you want to be famous, is a part of you shamed for that? Feel like it's silly, feel like it's not possible, feel like you're fake or like surface level for wanting something like that. What is your belief? What are you making it mean? What's been given to you? These limitations are not from you, they've been given to you. You're taking them on as your own, but if you start to question them, you will start to let them go. You will start to break through. The judgment is holding you back. Is it if my body looked different, if it was smaller or bigger, then I would be lovable, then I would be beautiful enough, then I would be worthy, then I could do this thing, then I would get the attention or the opportunity? Is it I need more money before I can do this? Is it I need more time before I can do this? What is that belief? Hone in on it and then question it. Doubt your doubts, okay? We have meditation, something better is planned, and yes, but I'm not sure if those were meant to come out, if that was just me being clumsy. So let's see. What do they need to know or do? Group 1. You just need to trust that it's possible. You need to open up to the idea that you don't need to know how it's going to happen right now. You just need to trust that it's going to. We have grounding, so get out in nature. Start working with the cycles of life. So whether that is moon cycles, whether that is working with the seasons, whether that is working with your period cycles, if you like have a womb space. Feel into what feels good for you, but get your feet on the ground. It will help bring you into the present moment. There is encouragement to do healing. So whether that is confirmation in terms of what you want to do as a career, or if this is needing to do some healing work on yourself. Maybe that's shadow work. Maybe that's working with crystals. Maybe that's physical in terms of eating better or going to see an expert in a certain health field. You'll know what it is for you. We also have abundance. It is possible for you. You've just got to believe it. You've got to understand that you are worthy of abundance, that it is your birthright, that you are actually being inauthentic by struggling. You are supposed to be abundant. That is your natural flow state. All you've got to do is come into alignment with that. But let's get further into this reading. Okay. We have light in the unexpected, number 16, which links to the tarot card Tower. Sorry, the Tower card in tarot. I feel like you might get a flash of inspiration, but it's like you're trying to work out what's going to happen next, or how are you going to get from here to here without thinking of like just focus on the next step. You are being guided, my love, and you are not supposed to know the whole journey. Again, through your current limitations and things that you have not yet experienced, you wouldn't be able to see the whole way forward. It wouldn't make sense. Just trust that things are being revealed in the right time for you. But it's in divine timing, not in your timing, which can be really frustrating, but it is what it is. Let go of your need to know, because it's supposed to be a surprise. It is supposed to be unexpected, and overnight success can take a long time. That's okay. Doesn't mean it's not happening. Just because it's not happening right now, that is not proof that it's never going to happen. So let go of those thoughts. The only thing guaranteed in life is change. So yes, it is possible for things to change. Keep focusing on you. Keep putting the work into you. Focus on what you love and see what happens, what unfolds when you follow what lights you up. Because that simple thing is going to raise your energy, which is going to help you come into alignment with your career that you want. Is there anything else they need to know right now? Okay. This deck. We have soul knowing and masculine. This is kind of about balancing your intuition, which is your soul knowing, with the masculine energy of out in the world, taking action, leadership, being logical, creating something tangible perhaps. It's the balance of your gut intuition and your mind, your thinking mind. Try to get out in the sun more if you can as well. And you are worth the effort. If it was easy, you'd be bored by now. Yeah, like there's some opportunity coming that you're just not meant to know what it is yet. You're not going to see it coming. It's going to take you by surprise. But if you do this healing work, especially around self-sabotage, so the limiting beliefs and breaking the patterns that you've been stuck in, then you're not going to self-sabotage when this opportunity comes in, and you're going to be able to make the most of it. And you deserve that. So I like to end the soul coaching sessions on an affirmation. I think we should do that here as well. So what is your affirmation? And you may want to take a screenshot of this, and make it your phone's lock screen, or you can write it on your mirror, just somewhere that you'll see it every day so that you can connect into it, and it will help attune you, align you with your dream career and the steps needed to get you there. We have, this is so perfect. Oh my gosh. My life gets better by change, not chance. Yeah. Be the change. And maybe that's also a confirmation that in your dream career, you're having some kind of impact. So really connect into the impact that you want to have. That will connect you to your why. And that turns obstacles into a welcome challenge that you can overcome. Become a no matter what kind of person. I'm going to be successful no matter what. I'm going to find a way no matter what. I'm going to do this because it feels good, because it fuels my soul. No matter what. Whatever it takes. So again, whether you need to get a part-time job, or you need to study, you need to learn something, you need to invest in yourself, you need to be open to new ideas, whatever it is, it's worth it. You're worth it. Get intentional about your actions. Get intentional about your day. Get intentional about what it is that you want and what you're trying to create. Because if your current actions are not bringing you one step closer to the life you want to have, the career that you want to have, something needs to change. Just gradually, one step at a time. You're not trying to do the whole thing overnight. But just keep that in the back of your mind when you're planning out your day. What can I do today that will bring me closer to my dream career, that my tomorrow self will thank me for, that my in 2 years time, in 5 years time self is really going to thank me for? How can you show up for yourself like that? There we have it. I hope you guys found this helpful. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Again, if you want my social media links or how to get a soul coaching session with me, that's all linked in description, as well as the names of the decks that we used today if you want to check those out. And make sure that you're subscribed, because we would love to have you here. Take care, my loves. Bye. Alrighty, pile 2. So this is the stone you chose with this card here, Goddess of Compassion. Self-criticism is diminishing your sense of self-worth. What is judging yourself so harshly protecting you from? Whose judgment have you internalized? So that if you're judging yourself for it, you can stop yourself from doing it, and therefore in their eyes you'll be acceptable. Who is that? King of Cups and Page of Swords. These cards are so beautiful. So this is someone who is emotionally withdrawn. They hold back. They kind of use their emotions and their words as weapons. They may not still be in your life, but they are still having an impact on you and what you think is possible for you. And whatever you believe about yourself, like what you truly believe on a subconscious level, you will prove yourself right. So if you believe that you are bad, you will find yourself self-sabotaging. If you believe that you're lazy, you're going to find yourself procrastinating and sitting on the couch feeling sorry for yourself instead of taking the action that would get you to where you want to go. It's not a judgment. I know it may sound a little bit harsh, but this is how you create the awareness so that you stop running on autopilot and letting these things control you. This is how you take the power back. Remember, come from a place of compassion for yourself rather than judging yourself. Emotions are not a weakness. They are not the enemy. They may have been used against you in the past, but you're stronger than that now. Listen to the wisdom of your emotions. They have a lot to teach you. They have a lot to tell you. When we stop running from our shadow side, it lets us know what we need to heal, how we can utilize it, because it's not about getting rid of the shadow side. It's about learning to work with it, to co-create, coexist. There is no light without shadow. Yin and yang, balance. Let me just pull, what's the advice regarding this person for pile 2? Just remember, okay, wow, yeah, we have hostilities, conflict, and unrest. If someone is being critical of you, that is how they see themselves. You might trigger them because you're taking the action to heal, to go after what you want in life, and it's a unwelcomed reminder of how they've held themselves back. So therefore they're going to try and get you to hold yourself back so that they don't have to take the action. They don't have to be uncomfortable and hold themselves accountable. They can just keep their blinders off and on and pretend that everything is fine when it isn't. I feel like people can feel your power and see your power better than you can and your potential. Like, it's that Billie Eilish song is being given to me, that I think it's called Everything I Wanted, and the lyric is something along the lines of, I could change the way you see yourself, you wouldn't wonder why you hear they don't deserve you. Someone has clouded your perception of yourself, and that has blinded you to how amazing you are. You can't see your kindness because it feels like a weakness. You can't see your talent because you're trying to hold back and be who you think they want you to be. You question yourself because they questioned you. Maybe they ripped the carpet out from under you at some point and made you question everything. And while this may still be going on, if this person is still in your life, it feels more like at this point you're doing it to yourself. It's so ingrained in you. There's a really good book, Loving What Is by Byron Katie, and actually doing the work that she talks about, where, and this sounds really harsh, but don't get too caught up in the story of it. Just think about how you can relate it to certain things in your life. So if someone punches you in the face, they did that, right? If you stick around and they punch you in the face again, it's more like punching yourself in the face because they showed you who they were and you ignored it. Thought you could fix it or that they might change, believed them when they said they were sorry. And I say this with the most compassion as someone who has been in an abusive relationship. It's not a place of judgment. How are you rejecting yourself? How are you holding yourself back? Being critical, overly critical of yourself? How are you abusing yourself? And why does that feel like something you have to do? Does a part of you believe that there is something wrong with you, that you need to be punished for wanting what you want or being who you are? Is it a feeling like you don't fit in? And let's just recognize fitting in is the opposite of belonging, because when you belong, you're encouraged to bring more of yourself to the table. When you're trying to fit in, you're being who you think they want you to be. You're holding back, you're hiding, masking parts of yourself. It's time to let that go. Not everyone is going to like you, and that's okay. That's a part of your magic. If you want to find your people, if you want to find your clientele, your dream career, the opportunities, it's going to come from you being you. Bring all of your personality to the table. Let us decide whether or not we want to love you, whether or not we want to get to know you. Give people that freedom, let go of that control. I know it can feel a bit unsafe. Not everyone's going to like you, and that's okay. But when you dilute yourself and your message in order to become more palatable to the masses, to people who perhaps have already decided that they don't like you, that they're threatened by you, or whatever it is, that aren't going to be open to your message, to doing the work, or whatever it is. When you do that, you significantly lessen the impact that you are supposed to have on the people that are for you, the people that will love you, the people that will get you, that it won't feel like hard work to get them to love you, because they simply just will. Stop diluting yourself. Turn the dial all the way up, and that is going to bring in the most amazing opportunities for you. That is going to bring in the right people for you. Be willing to be disliked by, let's say, even the 70%, so that you can be loved and help the 30%, so that you can have impact. In our childhood, we're dependent on our parents or whoever is looking after us. So, in order for us to be safe, we think we need to be loved by them, because if they loved us, they would treat us right. We come up with these things with a child brain, right? Baby brain even. As adults, we can see that it's not necessarily about whether or not they loved us, but their trauma, their limits, how they were mistreated, and perhaps what they didn't heal from. It was never about us. And someone's unwillingness or refusal to see your worth does not mean it is not there. My point being, my love, being liked is not going to keep you safe. Being yourself to the fullest embodiment is actually what is going to keep you safe, because then you're essentially, going to repulse people that aren't for you, and you're going to attract, like a moth to a flame, magnetize your people. Every rejection, every no that you get is allowing you to get closer and say yes to the things that are meant for you, including the people, the opportunity, the job, the right yes. Don't settle. Do not settle. We are really getting into it today. I'm feeling like we need one of these. Okay, my battery is close to dying. So we may cut out at some point. We had You're Overthinking It, Breathe. You've got this fly out, but I'm not sure if it was meant to. So we will put it back and see. But we have, okay, this is definitely meant for you. If you avoid the conflict to keep the peace, you start a war within yourself. Now, this also links back to the whole fitting in thing, right? Which is actually a self-rejection. If you're trying to keep the peace externally by compromising yourself and your boundaries, and that's why it's really important to know where you stand on things so that you're not so easily influenced to things that you're going to regret later on when you know where you stand. It's important to know yourself. That is one of the best things that you can do for yourself. And that is going to change how you market yourself, how you speak to and about yourself, which is important because you are listening as well as other people. It's going to affect your energy. It's going to affect how successful you are. It's going to affect how abundant you can be and how much you are willing to receive. Inner peace is way more important than making someone else comfortable. Stop setting yourself on fire to keep someone else warm, especially those that you know wouldn't do the same for you. There's a song, and I forget who it's by. Lots of lyrics are coming through today. But it's called Die a Legend. Okay, so that did cut us off, but that song is called Die a Legend. I'm not entirely sure who it's by, but the lyric is, I put them groceries up in your cupboard, I think. Now you're somebody that I wouldn't eat with. It's okay to let people go. It's okay. Whether they're blood relative or otherwise, you can still choose your family. You don't have to tolerate mistreatment just because of what someone has done for you, especially if they have made you feel guilty for receiving the bare minimum. You deserve so much more. Okay. If you were waiting for a sign, it's go time. Okay? It's time to put yourself first. It's time to stop feeling guilty for that. It's time to honor your needs, your desires, the impact that you can have on this world. If it costs you your peace, it's too expensive. What is this? Is there a decision you've been putting off? Is there a boundary you need to not just decide on, but enforce? Because that's the key part, right? And don't let people shame you for the path that you want to take. If taking like a job that doesn't pay as well but makes you really happy, or it gives you that security, that peace that you're looking for, it's not a failure, it's not a mistake. Honor what is right for you, not what other people think or pressure you into doing. We then have no limitations. Just seen 222 on the clock, so that could be significant for you as well. You are a celestial being with unlimited potential. There is much for you to share. Yeah. Stillness. Reflect on this moment with love, kindness, and compassion, my love. It's time to let something go because it's draining your energy, which makes it really hard to commit to your dreams, to what you want in life, to this career. Something is stealing your peace. What is it? What are you giving too much to? Where do you need the boundary? What do they need to do, my pile twos? We have change maker, make waves, and celebrate your wins. No matter how small, do not let someone invalidate them. Do not let them make you feel silly for celebrating or less than. You're not in competition with anyone. It's just about becoming a better version of yourself than you were yesterday. Stop trying to be likable or palatable You're here to break the mold. You're here to be different. Your differences are going to be celebrated. But you have to show up. Start showing up. Let us get to know you. Let us love you. Let yourself be seen. It is safe. You do not need their approval. You do not need their permission. What does pile 2 need to hear right now? Snake Princess, the serpentine path to power. What were you shamed for? What were you judged for? What are you still judging yourself for? Do you feel like you have to earn it? You can't just be given an opportunity? Do you feel guilt or shame around what it is that this dream career is? Do you feel like you're asking for too much? Or what is that resistance? Maybe you trusted the wrong people. You got stabbed in the back. I know it hurts, but it's not a reason to stop. Make your dreams your reality to give your inner child that peace. Do it for you, not for other people. Stop putting what other people want above what you want. You are not the sacrificial lamb. Stop it. Okay, what is the action they need to take right now? Pile 2. We have trust. Trust in the timing of your life. Trust that these challenges are coming so that you can strengthen your wings, so that you can break out of the cocoon. It is time to re-emerge. It is time to maybe come out of the closet. They can mean a lot of different things. What are you hiding from? What are you holding back? Because when you hold that thing back, you're reaffirming the limiting belief. You're making it stronger. You're giving it power. You're rejecting yourself. Because it feels like that's easier than the potential that someone else is going to reject you. You don't need their love. You need yours. Self-worth is everything. Trust in the timing of your life and bring all of yourself to the table. Stop holding back. Because you are meant to change the world. You are meant to have impact. Impact. You see how that gets stuck in the throat? Because you're afraid to say it. You're afraid to admit to yourself what it is you truly want. Fear of judgment is getting in your way. It's time to let that go. Journaling is going to help you move through this. Thinking about some of the questions that we talked about today. If you want to go deeper with this, talk to me about getting a soul coaching session with me. Get out of your comfort zone. Let it be uncomfortable. Because it kind of already is. Let's get you an affirmation to kind of lock this in. But my love, it is time to spread your wings. You were made for more, so don't let people make you feel guilty for wanting things to be different. It's not an attack on them. They may choose it that way if they are triggered. But don't protect someone from facing their own truths or their own limits by shrinking yourself and holding back. You're doing yourself and the world a disservice when you do that. Okay? A little bit of tough love there, but it's time to get out of your own way. Now, these affirmations you may want to take a screenshot of, put it as your phone's wallpaper for the week or something, or write it on a mirror, write it somewhere you will see it. You guys got, I don't overthink my current situation. And life is a balancing act of holding on and letting go. Hold on to the vision. Hold on to how you want to feel. Hold on to the impact you want to have, the people you want to help. Hold on to knowing that you are going to make your inner child happy and proud and safe. That you're going to make yourself proud. Let go of the judgment of self. Let go of the fear of judgment. Because if you are judging yourself, you are going to perceive judgment from other people where there probably isn't any. And if there is, it's from their own limits and how critical they are of themselves. You know that to be true because you do it to yourself. You judge others the way you judge yourself. You're probably actually more compassionate with other people than you are with yourself. You need to stop that now. Let go of who you used to be so that you can become who you're meant to be. Take care, my love. If you want to check out my social media, that is linked in the description along with a list of the decks that we used today and also my website if you do want to work with me. Make sure you like this video, subscribe so that you don't miss out. Take care and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys. Alrighty, pile 3. So this is the one that you chose. Along with this card here, Angel of Guidance. A renewed sense of direction and purpose will soon manifest. The answers are coming. The confusion will soon be open. I feel like your third eye is opening or there's something going on there. Maybe you've just been through an ascension or awakening, an upheaval, something drastic has changed. And it's got you questioning some things. That's okay. You're right where you're supposed to be. And I know that's kind of frustrating. It's okay. Let it be. Let it be. Let's see what guidance can we give you today. We have Orca Magic. The Akashic Records, the Akashic Libraries are open. This time right now is a part of your destiny. And where you're headed is a part of your destiny. We have Once Upon a Midnight Dreary, creativity, genius, writing, expression, artistic flow. Do you need to tap more into your creativity, whether that comes to like problem solving or is this an artistic career that you're wanting? You could be a writer. There is an element of like you're writing your own destiny, but you're co-creating with the universe. So just trust, kind of, annoying, but be patient. The answers that you're after, they're coming. This time of confusion will soon be over. Maybe you're changing career. We have Earth Guide. Your sacred calling upon this planet is to simply love and be loved. And to focus, thank you. Vibration. Your vibration is being raised to higher levels. You are connected to cosmic intelligence. Yeah, you are being guided at this time. Everything is okay. The answers you seek are coming. Give it time. It's like your human self has to catch up with the DNA changes, the soul changes that have gone on within you. You're aligning with something that is bigger than you. It just takes time for things to fall into place. Sometimes things have to fall apart in order for the right things to fall into place, or things have to fall away. What can you tell me about the Akashic Libraries being open for pile 3? Why is that significant? We have the, oops, that's a couple too many. But we have the 5 of Pentacles. I am still breaking in this deck, so bear with. It is called the Zeke's, not sure I'm saying that right, but Zeke's Arcana. All the decks will be, the titles will be in the description. Wow, that was a mission. Isn't this card beautiful? And the Three of Pentacles. So a lot of earth energy. This is teamwork, collaboration, co-creating with the universe. You have not been abandoned. You have not been left out in the cold by spirit, by universe, by your guides. I know it can feel that way sometimes, and that's valid. But there are things that you cannot see. There are unseen forces at play in your life that are making things happen behind the scenes. Change is coming. The right people or the right opportunities that's coming in. But maybe you're swimming against the current a little bit, just trying to find something to hold on to, a sense of direction and answer, something that is tangible. But the changes that have happened recently in your life are not so tangible. You're not fully aware of these changes yet. You will be. You can probably feel it. It is coming into this 3D reality. Things are landing, but there's an integration process at play here. You might be quite spiritual, or this could be encouragement to delve more into your spirituality. We have, you guys have some kind of spiritual gift that is being enhanced or awakened in you right now. When we have precognition, I think this is, psychic ability, future vision. Number 13 could be important to you somehow. Or Egypt. Maybe you've been having dreams, maybe you've been having visions, or maybe you used to and now they stopped and you don't know what to do. I do feel like this is a newer thing for most of you though, like it's just starting to happen or it's about to happen. Don't be scared by it. This is a part of your destiny. Explore your psychic gifts. How do they do that? Okay. Rebirth. Makes sense with number 13 being here, which links to the Death card in tarot, which is all about rebirth. Might be going through a dark night of the soul or something like that. We have truth. Maybe a block in your throat chakra. What are you not saying? What are you suppressing? What are you deeming as, oh, I'm just crazy, I didn't really see that, I didn't really feel that. What truth are you ignoring? What part of yourself are you rejecting or suppressing? We also have unplug. Maybe you need to do a detox from social media. Maybe you need to do a cull of the people that you follow. Because, you know the whole like you are what you eat? That's about so much more than just food. You consume media. You are affected by energies. Get out in nature. Yeah, go for some walks in nature. I think that's going to be where you get some kind of answer or download, or you see a sign. It is time for you to live a more authentic life. And maybe that's confusing because you feel like you already are, but you're becoming someone new. You're evolving in some kind of a way. So things need to change a little bit. But it's going to lead you to this dream career. It's going to be worth it. Maybe you don't know what your dream career is right now. Maybe that's why you're here. You're needing clarity around that. And the answers are coming, but there's something you need to admit to yourself before this guidance can come in. What are you holding back? What are you afraid to say? Is it more broad? Is it that you have a hard time around being seen or being heard? Is there a block there? Feel into that. What is this block about? Okay. Pay attention to your dreams. Start keeping a dream journal. See what comes through. Again, like third eye, there's something. We want to focus. There we go. There's something about your third eye. You are receiving visions or seeing something repeating all the time. That is a message for you. Oh my gosh, you guys, we have be authentically you. Yeah, the recognition that you long for is coming. The more authentic you can be, the faster it is going to come in. We also have raise your standards, and this could be in love, but it's also about what you demand from yourself. Oh, there was another card. Self-love. Yeah, taking care of you. It is authentic for you to love yourself. It is not authentic for you to hate yourself, and your body is included in that. What is the judgment? What are you making something mean? How are you holding back? Do you need to work with the moon's energy or like the triple goddess? Is there something in there? What are you trying to manifest? Right now is about taking time to take care of you. Sometimes self-care is, having a bubble bath. Sometimes it's taking care of the things that you know you should do, but you've been putting off, procrastinating because you don't want to do them. Or, enforcing a boundary. You don't want to hurt the other person, but it's hurting you. How can you be more authentic? Do you want to dress in a way that you've never dressed before? Do you want to get a tattoo? Do you want to color your hair? Do you want to move somewhere new? Is it about who you love? Is it about how you live? I feel like you're either, like with this dream career, you're either not dreaming big enough, or you are, but because of where your self-love is at right now, it doesn't feel possible. It feels very much out of reach. And therefore, you're blocking yourself from actually creating it, actually allowing it to unfold, because you don't feel worthy of it. Or you feel like you have to earn it, but you are here to be lit up. You are here to be in alignment. You are here to simply love and be loved. That is a part of your purpose, okay? So it's probably a part of your career. You should love what you do. It is possible for you. There's something else that wants to come through for you. What deck is it in? Okay. Pile 3, leadership. Step into your leadership, share your message, inspire and empower others. What is it about your message and how you live or who you are that you are holding back? That is your biggest block right now. If you can clear that, if you can start opening up, if you can start sharing more of who you are, that is going to clear something. That is going to bring in an opportunity. It is going to elevate your vibration, your frequency, and therefore the things that you will align with, the things that you will tolerate and attract. It starts with self-love. Work on that, my loves. It affects everything, and it's not a one and done situation. Also, showing up more in career is a massive way of showing up for yourself, which is a huge act of self-love, as is self-accountability. Follow through. How are you at that? If you want guidance around these things, talk to me about getting a soul coaching session. They're done through Zoom, so you can be anywhere in the world. You have something to share with the world. You have very strong spiritual gifts that are just starting to unlock, and they're going to help you in career. They're going to help you have the impact that you long to have. But you need to speak it. You need to say it. You need to admit it to yourself. Because that is going to help you get the clarity that you're looking for, and definitely pay attention to your dreams. You are meant to be a leader, so stop following other people. You're meant to be different. Do it your way. Trust in your intuition. It is guiding you. You are being guided. Your higher self and your angels have not abandoned you. Your ancestors are with you 100%. They back you, so it's time to back yourself, yeah? Let's get you an affirmation. You may want to take a photo of this, a screenshot, so that you can make it your wallpaper as a reminder, or write it somewhere like a mirror where you will see it every day. Oh, these are a little hard to shuffle because they are so large. Just like that. Let's see what wants to come through. I should do it this way. Affirmation for pile 3. There we go. I am compassionate with myself. It takes time to heal. It is possible, some of you, if you are drawn to pile 2 as well, there might be some messages in there for you too, but see what's right for you. I am passionate with myself. It takes time to heal. Stop being in such a rush. Be where you're at. Be here now. Don't miss out on this moment by trying to get to the next thing. Focus on self-love, because you don't have all the answers. You don't have all the information yet, but it is coming. So prepare for it, okay? It's not waiting, doing nothing. It's doing the healing work. It's doing the shadow work. It's doing the work on self-love and being fully authentic, so that when the right things come in, when the knowledge comes in, when you know that it's time to act, you will be able to, okay? I hope you found this helpful. Let me know in the comments below. Like this video to let me know if you want more like this. Subscribe if you haven't already. We would love to have you here. Take care. Again, everything is in the description. And we'll talk soon. Bye. Alrighty, lucky pile 4s. This is the rock, if you wanted to see it up close, that you guys chose, along with this card, Angel of Finances. That could be a sign in itself in terms of confirmation this is your pile, if your career is something to do with that, or if you're worried about finances right now, but don't stress too much about that. The card says, honor and give thanks for the blessings you're about to receive. Things are changing. Might be an opportunity, a deal, a contract coming in. Oh, there's a card flipped over. Hold on. Okay. What is this blessing for pile 4s? What can you tell us? Okay, we have strength and the maker. The cards used are written in the description if you're wanting to check these out. The maker is a unique card to this deck. You are creating your own financial abundance. You need to move through, unlock, clear the blockages around any limitations around abundance. So not just finances, but abundance in general in your life. Where do you feel lack? Where do you feel stuck, stagnant? Where does it feel like you have to force things, or you have to work really, really hard? What are the limitations you have? Let's see. Can we get a journal prompt on that, please? What about my life is what I once dreamed of? So this will help you step into appreciation for what you've currently got. And notice I said appreciation, not gratitude, because gratitude is great, but it does come with the limitation of, I'm grateful for this because I didn't once have it. Appreciation has a little bit less of that. And this is about being appreciative of the journey, not just what you've got now, but what got you here. Being appreciative, what is that, of the potential. Because the potential was in you the whole time. It's not something you have that you didn't have then. It's within you the whole time. You've just got to see it. You've just got to hold space for it. You've just got to align to it. It already exists. It's just not in your physical reality yet. Then we have, why am I trustworthy? And the really powerful thing about these why questions, they are affirmations. So when you ask yourself a question, you get an answer. So you have to come into this with assuming that the thing is true and then looking for the proof within yourself. The brain likes proof. If you want to know more about how the brain works, have a look at I think they're pinned on my Instagram. There's a series of 3 videos all about how to kind of life hack your brain and understand how we still have these primitive driving forces and how to utilize them. But the point being, when you ask yourself a question, especially a why-based question, you will get an answer. That will be the proof, which will prove it to you. So there's, standard affirmations, And they're great, but this kind of is that next level because you're giving yourself proof of why you should believe that you are trustworthy. You're proving it to yourself because you are the proof. So maybe you have a block right now around money. Maybe you had money and you weren't responsible with it, or something happened and you lost it, or you struggle to bring finances, abundance into your life because you don't believe you're worthy, or you don't believe you're trustworthy, you don't believe that you're responsible. The other side of this could be that you know you're responsible. You've had to be. You had to grow up too fast. You had to take care of things that no child should have. And it's hard to let that go. Therefore, coming out of your shadow, there's this act of rebellion of, I'm going to be really irresponsible because I resent what happened to me. That shouldn't have happened. I should have been able to be a child. Your inner child is hurting. Your inner child is going to keep acting out in these actually self-sabotaging ways because it's trying to make up for what it didn't experience. The love, the support, the playfulness, the silliness had to be serious, had to be quiet, had to do what it was told. Give your inner child what it needs. Acknowledge how it is feeling so that it stops coming out in a twisted way, because that's what happens when something goes into the shadow. It still comes out in a twisted way. Whereas if you face it, if you allow it to speak, if you hold space for that part of you, it will tell you what it needs. Then you can take care of that and no longer self-sabotage. It doesn't need to come out in a twisted way because it's already being expressed. It's being brought into the light. Whew. You can cultivate your dream life. You are worthy of it. You are responsible of it. Enough. You are responsible enough. Sorry, that came out wrong. You can handle it. You are ready for this challenge. You are capable. Yeah. You got thrown in the deep end at some point in your life, right? You had to do it on your own. You had to figure things out. You're capable. You are capable. Cast away out of your depth, feeling abandoned. Number 11. Then we have Little Wolf Girl. It is all right to be alone. Number 18. So maybe you've always had to take care of other people. You've always had to take care of yourself. No one's been there for you. You have this pressure that you need to... Okay, sorry. There's just a specific message that's popped in for a couple of you. You are energetically rejecting money because you know subconsciously and energetically there are people in your life that if you had the money, they would take it from you. You wouldn't be able to say no, or they would manipulate it. They would literally just steal it from you, whatever the thing is. So you solve the problem by not having anything for them to take. I've been there. It's painful to acknowledge that we're self-sabotaging because we have people in our lives that we know are taking advantage of us, even if we don't want to know it. Doesn't stop it from being true. You are putting yourself at a disadvantage in life so that someone in your life doesn't take advantage of you. It is time to let that person go, or at least enforce boundaries. Keep yourself safe. Create the awareness of it. And feel into your intuition as to who this person is if you're not sure, so that you can just be really mindful if they are asking you for money, or if you realize when you get home that somehow you ended up paying for everything. You went and picked them up, you paid for dinner, or they complained that it wasn't enough, whatever the thing is. Don't let the fear of being alone keep you in bad company. People that don't have your best interests at heart. Because that makes space, one, for you to flourish, but also for the right people to come in. Create the space for the universe to fill it. It is not a failure to be on your own. You're not always going to have to do it all on your own. But this is about learning to stand on your own 2 feet and know that you are capable. Find that balance of having fun, being playful, and taking care of business. It's not one or the other. You can do both. You can be both. It doesn't have to be boring. It doesn't have to be all stressful. You're not going to lose yourself. You don't have to have a corporate job. You can live your way. You can, whatever it is that you want to make, this is a huge sign for you. The world needs your art. Whatever you want to build, whatever you want to create. It doesn't have to be art, but that's a specific sign for some of you. Maybe you want to be a teacher. Maybe you want to travel. What is it for you? We have song. So maybe you are a singer, a healer, a writer. We have the beautiful singing bowls in there. It's time to be seen and heard. It's time to let people see your beauty. There's something that needs to come through. I can't quite pick it up. Why is that significant? Oops. Wellness, health, self-care. Are you one of those people that's like all or nothing? Maybe you get tunnel vision, burnout. Are you looking after yourself? You really need the balance. Do something fun and then do something serious. Especially if you're in control of your routine during the day, like mix it up. Maybe you need to do yoga in your lunch break. Maybe you need to go watch a kids movie. Do work on your taxes and then draw with crayons. Bring your inner child to the surface. Let them out. Fully embody it. They have wisdom for you. They have guidance for you. The answers that you're looking for. And then you're going to stop self-sabotaging, which is how you're going to align with your dream career. We then have magnificence. Oops. You are amazing, magnificent, and unique. But most importantly, you are enough. You don't have to have a really serious job. You can have your dream career. It is possible for you. Expressing yourself is really important for the happiness of your soul. We then have signs. The universe has been gently nudging you forward by revealing to you signs and synchronicities. The signs that you're seeing are valid. They are real. Just seen 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock. That could be a sign for you. There's a continuation there. Follow the nudges of your soul. Follow the call of your soul. It's time to let yourself be heard. It's time to dream bigger. Maybe just sit outside at night, look up at the stars, connect in with your ancestors, and think about what it is that you want. And then be brave enough to ask for it. We have gratitude. So again, appreciation is that next level of it. Feathers may be a sign for you as well. But really connecting into the energy of love and opening up your heart space, being open to receiving. There's something more in the shadow here that we need to tap into. Let's use this deck. Weeping wound. Number 8. You are not your wounds. You are not the things that happened to you. Your story is your story, but you are not what happened to you. You do not have to reject your body. You do not have to reject your dreams. You don't have to earn love. You get to receive. So I will pull an affirmation for you at the end shortly, but I want you to work with this one. It gets to be easy. Show me how good it can get. It gets to be easy. Show me how good it can get. Okay, work with the universe in this way. Really powerful if you look yourself in the eyes in the mirror as you say this out loud. You can heal your heart. There's something weighing on your heart. There is a wound that needs to be fully felt, and it could be connected to your inner child because that has come through, to help you feel safe, to let go, to mourn something. Maybe you need to grieve the future that you thought you were going to have, so that you can actually welcome in the future that you are meant to have. What else needs to be said here for group 4? Wisdom, learning, joy, art, music. Yeah, there's always one like really creative pile, and this is you guys. You need to express yourself more. Take this one with a grain of salt. This is more about mirroring than what it sounds like. But we have the Twin Flames card. Soul partner, eternal connection. It could be that you co-create this dream with someone, you work with a partner. It's more about you. So probably heard of as above, so below. And in the whole Twin Flames thing, it's, if you're working on something, it helps them heal that and vice versa. You trigger each other, right? But you can do this with you and the universe. So as within, so without. If you reject yourself, you will experience rejection out in the world. You can apply this to a lot of different things. That's just one example. But what is the heaviness in your heart? Feel into it. Feel it, to move through it, to let it go. Just going to pull a clarifier on the Twin Flames card. What is this talking about, please? Okay, we have the Queen of Cups. So emotional maturity, connecting into your emotions, listening to what they have to tell you. And the top one here, the Five of Cups. Yeah, there's something you need to grieve. There's something you need to mourn. Something you need to let go. An ending, perhaps. I think it's also about you thanking your past self. Perhaps also thanking past partners, people that hurt you, for the lessons and the strength that those situations, those experiences gave you. And it doesn't let them off the hook for mistreatment, but that will help you find your peace and your power. And that is how you stop poisoning yourself with bitterness, okay? Get better, not bitter, my love. You are not the things that happened to you. You are not limited by them. You are not tainted. Your body and soul has this purity about it, energetically, and this power. You have a very strong connection with divine source, divine light. It is time for you to shine. It is time for you to show up. It is time to let go of the stories of, this happened to me, so I can't. This happened to me, so I'm broken. Those sorts of things. They're just keeping you stuck. They're keeping you trapped in pain. It's time to let that go. That is how you get out of your own way. But you need to welcome in this time of rest, of using art, using whatever your medium is, to tell your story. Because that will heal you and that will heal other people. Use your voice, your gifts, your creativity. That will get you to where you want to go. You don't have to stay stuck in sorrow. It is time to sing your song. There could be something very specific about a red bird. We have one here and then here as well. Maybe specific for someone. Your emotions are not the enemy. You can channel them. You can express them, and that will help you let them go and welcome in easier, nicer emotions, because emotions are not good or bad. We need to feel the full experience of what it means to be human, but I know that's not always easy. But whether it's creating music, dancing, singing, teaching, painting, drawing, writing, whatever your creative thing is, Do more of that and use it to express yourself, and then share it with the world. The world needs your voice. Okay? You can have the abundance from this thing, and maybe people have been telling you that you can't be successful at this, or you're not going to earn enough money, but first of all, abundance is so much more than just money. We've kind of touched on this, but your happiness is what is most important. And when you're really, really happy, when your soul is on fire with passion because you're so lit up by the work that you are doing, the impact that you are able to then have. Some of you may work with animals, that's just a side note. The money will flow. The opportunities will flow. The support will flow. The recognition will flow. Give it time. Give yourself time. Create. That is what you were born to do. Create. So let's get you that affirmation. I like to use these to end out my soul coaching sessions as well. So I figured I would use them here. But these cards are quite giant, so I'll probably use the other deck next time. But what did you get? This is why I love shuffling on camera. I listen to my feelings. Yeah, you're like graduating to a new level of emotional maturity and emotional wisdom, okay? Wisdom comes with your emotions. That is how you will get into flow, okay? So when something feels good, do more of it. If something feels wrong, feels like a trap, if you don't trust it, listen to that. And that is how you get the wisdom from previous experiences as well. Emotions are not the enemy, my love. Let them in and express them, embody them, so that you don't have to carry it with you, because emotions demand to be felt. You are not your wounds. You can heal. You are not broken. Okay? You are wise beyond what you imagine. And you are capable. I hope you found this reading helpful. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already. You know the whole thing. And my socials are linked in the description, along with how to work with me and the names of these decks in case you want to check any of them out. I hope you are having an amazing day. Take care, my love. Bye.